Thanks for tuning in. This episode is about my part of the adventure, which was not so much fun, of losing the phone prior to this one. I was coming back down the river. I think it's pronounced Hiwassee. It's spelled Hiwassee. I was coming down that river from staying the night at B&B Marina. And I found myself in this nice little cove where I was going to film myself doing the the introduction to episode 2 of the Battle of Chattanooga. And I had set my tripod up on the back of the boat in my little walking area, and it was pretty stable. And I'm recording, and it's nice and calm. I am in an inlet that I think is pretty well protected. Well, one of those big wave boats comes into the inlet with these big waves, rocking the boat back and forth, and the next thing I know, the tripod tips over. Before I can grab it, it is over the edge. And so I quickly rushed to the edge. It was already down into the water. It had a white tripod on it, so I'm thinking, maybe I can see that. Well, this river and the Tennessee River, they're really muddy and brown. And so I took off my life preserver, and seeing as I was by myself, I wanted to do some safety stuff. And so I took my flotation cushion, tied it to a rope, threw it in the water, and then to use the ladder, I wasn't sure how easy it'd be for me to get up, and so I also took one of my other ropes and put it over top the ladder for me to help pull myself up if I needed it. And I was glad I did that, I'll tell you. It was not easy getting back in the boat. And then I started looking around for my swimsuit, couldn't find my swimsuit, so I said, the hell with it. And I just took off all my clothes and went skinny dipping. And I dived into the water and looked around, and I had my swimming mask on, and I'm swimming around down in there, but I cannot hardly see the tips of my fingers when I stretch my hands out all the way. I could hardly see those. It was so muddy, and so I knew I needed to look a little bit more. The current's pushing me around a little bit, so I climbed back in the boat, which took a lot of doing. I was certainly glad I had that rope to help pull me up, I'll tell you that. And then I got my fins, and then in my snorkeling stuff, and I just jumped back into the water and looked around some more. And also I had attached another rope for me to hold on to when I was in the water, when I was diving down into the water, looking around for the camera and the tripod. And I did repeated dives, searching until I was getting too tired, and so I decided, enough's enough, I can't do any more. So using that rope, which I was glad I had a hold of that rope because of the current, I pulled myself back to the boat, and took my fins off, threw those back into the boat, and then I put the engine down, had the engine down all the way. Of course the engine was off, had that down, and kind of used that for a step, and then the steps that are built into the boat, used those as well, and the rope that I had to pull myself up, and it took a lot of energy to get that up. And so the phone was lost, and so the next thing was, well, I need to get a new one. And so my next stop was Dayton, Tennessee, which was only about less than 10 miles away on the river. And so I pulled that up on my maps, and sure enough, there was a Verizon store in Dayton. And so I headed off to stay at the Blue Water Marina, where I was already planning to stay anyways, which is where I'm at right now, is the Blue Water Marina. And I got here, tied up, went into the office, asked if there was some type of a Uber or something like that. And they said no. To walk there was about 5 miles, and I'd walk 5 miles, although two things, I'm running out of time, and it's along major 4-lane highways, and there's no sidewalks at all. And so John, one of the managers here at Blue Water, offered to give me a ride into the Verizon store, which he did. Then Verizon set me up, and then the salesman, Hunter, he gave me a lift back to Blue Water. Yesterday I spent all day updating this phone, getting everything ready. Fortunately, because I saved stuff, automatically had stuff backed up, everything was there. All my apps was there, my pictures were there, my movies were there, the email was there, everything was still there. The only thing is that I need to reinstall all of the apps, do the passwords and all that other stuff, reorganize on the phone. So yesterday was work on the phone day. Today is catch up on my other work day. So that's it right now. I just thought I'd give you a quick update on what happened with the phone. So take care, and feel very lucky that everything was saved and backed up, so I didn't have to spend and lose a lot of stuff. So thank you for taking care of everything. May all your seas be calm. Take care.